Okay, where were we? It's just like rides with the Nicholson sisters.
We do have some pretty good light check.
Just winks.
Did he really?
Like, we literally look like we're driving in a fall set. Like, it looks like we're driving into Pretty Little Liars or some shit. Look at these trees. Do you want me to GPS this? Well, hello, and welcome back to my channel. For today's YouTuber video, I am vlogging with you guys. It is currently Saturday, October 20th, so if you're seeing this on the 20th, you're seeing me the day of. And I'm actually just getting ready to head to Kingston, my hometown. My sister's birthday is this week, it's in 3 days, but we're all meeting up there today to celebrate so that we can have cake and get pizza. There's this place called Score in Kingston and they have vegan cheese. So the only thing getting me through, pushing through, doing my face right now is knowing that there's a pizza in my near future. The only thing is I have to be on the road in now. So I'm in a bit of a rush and I'm trying to like get ready. So despite the fact that I'm vlogging today, I was reading over, okay, so I feel like it's one of those things where like people, like when you post stuff to the internet, I think that a lot of people are very understanding and like very nice about it. But I also think there's just like a group of people on the internet that don't really fully wrap their head around the fact that like when you comment things on the internet, people are seeing it. I don't know, it's just one of those days that I feel like I was reading comments today because yesterday's video was very different. 2 years ago in YouTober, I posted a video that was like that it was like more poetic. And then a couple years ago, I also posted a video called Take a Walk, which was also a little bit more of like an artsy video. And I like videos like that. It's a little bit more creative, it's a little different. And I get to use my like kind of like sappier little like poetic side, you know? Some people just really didn't like it, which is totally fair. Like everybody's totally justified to like have their opinions or whatever. Just talk about the fact that there's like there's having your opinion and then there's just being a jerk. I read my horoscope today and it was telling me that like if I'm not in the mood, basically my horoscope is saying to just be honest today. So if I'm being 100% honest, this is an honest vlog. Flips hair. Like I just want to have some real life chats with you while we do the things we need to do today. Step one, doing my makeup, rushing to get to Kingston. The thing is that there's been so much stress and like I've been putting so much stress on myself about what people are thinking about the videos this year. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not noticing like how many people are commenting super just like nice things. And okay, I'm good with mean comments. Like to each their own, I'm not gonna be everybody's cup of tea kind of thing. Like that's totally cool. Anyway, normally negative comments just don't get to me, but I don't know what has been going on lately. It's just like the last few days, I feel like you wanna know what it is that I just haven't slept. Like I haven't had a good sleep in a while. And when I don't get good sleep, I go nuts. Like I feel like when I'm just tired, I get cranky, I get irritable, my emotions run really, really high. Like that's the biggest thing is when I don't sleep, my emotions are just peaked. So like the tiniest thing, like stubbing my toe will make me cry, you know, like that's just how my cookie crumbles. That was a weird term. You can't do anything about people that just want to be rude on the internet, but you can do something about how rude you are. So I'm taking it as inspiration to just like, if I have nothing to say that isn't nice, even when I'm tired and grumpy, I'm just not gonna say anything at all. And to those of you guys that did like yesterday's video, thanks. One of the comments that actually kind of got me thinking though, was somebody was like, you say you want to share more of your personal life, but like then you just don't. And I'm like, it's kind of true. Like I do want to share more of my personal life and it's not like I'm just like, oh, okay, but not today. It's more so that I don't really know what you guys even want to hear about in the sense of, do you want me to talk boys? Do you want me to talk like what? I don't know. What kind of personal stuff could we even talk about? Should we just get mad real in this vlog? Well, we got a long road trip ahead of us today, guys. You want some personal? I'll give you personal.
3 a.m. on a Sunday. Broke ties on my pole ways. Letting on a Monday. In the hills like I'm Kanye. First you say love me. Every time I come around and it all falls down. In the hills you can find me. I've been real with you, know I can't love you no more. First you say love me. Every time I come around and it all falls down.
These sunglasses are so aggressive.
In the hills you can find me. I've been real with you, know I can't love you.
Oh, should I stop for gas now or should I do it on the road? Do I stop? Okay, yeah, let's just stop. Let's just get it out of the way. get it done, then we don't have to worry about it.
They wanna see you win on my own rules. Hot days in the summer when we rock shades. Got your flip too on, let the night shade. On the west side, living on my best life. I just wanna stay fly, talk about my best time. Thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we gon' rock. Yeah, keep a good vibe.
Okay. Oh, we both just said okay at the same time. That was weird. So, we've got my sister in the driver's seat. You want to say hi or no? Oh, my arm's in your way. Try that again. Hello. And she's going to drive while we go grab pizza so I can answer all y'all Juicy's questions. Safety first. Okay. Turtlenecks are always really weird. I feel like I'm like a little... Get out my craw. Maybe I should put this on my tripod and then I can just put it between my legs. That's what she said. On sunglasses on or off? On. These bags under my eyes ain't not Prada. It's funny because you're gonna be here to like double check that I'm being honest. My Christmas tree's back there.
Oh.
Oh. Kalyn News wants to know, have you ever had a little argue with Larissa? No, actually, we have not fought. Actually, I got a couple questions that I've noticed of people being like, "So, give us the tea on you and Larissa. Like, what's it like actually having a roommate?" And I have nothing but good things to say, to be honest. Like, if anything, she's more of a therapist than a roommate, and vice versa. It's so funny. Harbor54 wants to know, what's your favorite thing about Kingston? It's funny because we're driving around Kingston. Wow, you asked that. What would be your favorite thing about Kingston? I think the waterfront.
Yeah, it's really close to the water, and I miss that.
Oh yeah, because you don't really get that in Ottawa.
Yeah, well, there's the canal, but it's man-made.
Yeah, it's man-made. It ain't the same. Yeah, and the food, the sushi.
The food.
The sushi, for sure, Sima. And like Score, we're going to Score right now. You gotta do the Jeep wave, Kira. You're driving the Jeep, you gotta do the Jeep wave. And we're going to Score right now for vegan pizza, which I'm really excited about. So the food in Kingston is ideal. Moving on. Leela Ked wants to know my worst boyfriend. My worst boyfriend was probably in grade 2. Because he used to try and pick between me and my best friend every day. And every day we would just like line up on the Foursquare and he would choose which one of us was his girlfriend that day. And that now looking back, I should have stood up for both me and my best friend. Do you remember that? Remember those days? Yeah. Me being like, he chose Monique today.
The next day, he chose me.
We're dating.
We're dating now.
We're dating now.
There's another person that's equally as bad. He shall not be named.
Voldemort?
Yeah, no, not but like equal.
Who?
Equally bad. You're gonna block it out if I say it,
I'll
right?
block it. Yeah, true. I got bullied.
Piece of shit.
Tell us how you really feel. Wow, I didn't even think of that one. I always forget that I even dated him. That was a short chapter of my life. It was a short, but it was a big chapter. Malanta. Love that we're matching. Like, our outfits just vibe so well right now. Poppy_Lane. Oh gosh. Okay, this is about the time where if you are related to me in any way, you might want to drop out of this video. Are you a virgin? No. Sex should not be such an awkward topic for us as humans. Like, we have created such controversy over the naked human body and sex and just like all of these things that are so natural as human beings living on this earth, but like we've become so sterile. Like we've sterilized what it means to be human.
Yeah, it's like taboo and it shouldn't be.
The funny thing is as I'm saying that, I'm like finding the fastest way to like change the subject.
Yeah, because it's
than it not being about my virginity.
Like innately in our
core.
In our core to just not talk about it ever. This isn't college straight.
This ain't college. So a lot of my questions that I'm getting in are about Greg, and they're asking like why we broke up and blah, 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 blah. So what actually happened with you and Greg? Honestly, what actually happened was it was just a matter of just bad kind of timing. Like Greg was my best friend. I have nothing but like amazing things to say about him, and I would assume that he would probably feel the same way. We don't talk anymore, but it was just one of those things where like he's still like crushing it running his own business, and what I do is very time consuming, and it just kept us apart a lot, and neither of us was kind of fully willing to make any sort of sacrifice to get closer to the other. Like I wasn't willing to move closer to him, he wasn't really willing to move closer to me, and just like it just kind of became this thing where we both knew that if we were to continue on, we were going to resent each other, and we both cared about each other way too much to kind of let that happen. I think that we came into each other's lives at the right time and that we taught each other what we needed to teach each other, but I think that relationship ran its course. He's just an incredible guy, and
that's it. There was no animosity, no cheating, no bad things that went down. Not even like a huge fight. This is a one-way, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of got to the point that we were just like, we just weren't really dating. Like, we barely saw each other, and it just kind of wasn't really a relationship anymore. So, Sarah Frank 3, have you been going on dates and seeing people? If so, how's it going? Just leaves blinker sound. How's it going? Am I not over? I don't know. I feel like the thing about being single is you kind of go through phases. Like, you go through a phase where you're just like down to just not see anyone and just like hang out with your girls and do your thing and like just live your single life. And then you kind of go through phases where you're like putting yourself out there and you're meeting people and you're hanging out with people and blah, blah, blah. And I've kind of dipped in and out. But as of right now, in this moment, a pumpkin. Do you see that? That is a massive pumpkin.
Why is it?
Okay. All right.
Where the hell is College Street?
Okay, where were we? Rami Pitos asks, do you miss your old life? I don't really get, in what context? Why is my life, what old life? Like past lives? Do I miss my past lives? Do I miss when I was, oh my God, the trees in Kingston are way prettier than the trees right now in Toronto. Oh, sorry, you were supposed to go that way. Thought of ending up alone scare you? Jeez. I mean, yeah, but like that, I feel like that thought of ending up alone would scare anyone, right? Does the thought of ending up alone scare you, Mrs. I'm engaged now? Angeli wants to know, what am I afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to get out of the Jeep to let my bro in. Oh my God, he's got a beard. I like it. What's up? Sick kicks, bro.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kira. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Blueberries.
I had a blueberry cheesecake.
What?
I always have cherry.
Okay.
Your life's about to change.
It's literally about to change. You've never made something that didn't taste good.
High five. Just high fives all around.
I'm using my crystal lamp as a filming light right now, so hopefully it's light enough. So I figured to wrap up today's video, I'd answer a few more of your guys' juiciest questions. I never fully know what you guys want me to talk about. I felt like asking you guys to ask me something personal was like a good way, like it was like a good opener, you know? Just like a good opener to take that next step in our relationship to the more personal side of things, like the more personal questions that you guys have. I'm just gonna start answering on like general themes because a lot of the questions that came in were very similar. Most of them were about Greg. A lot of them were also asking me about like my whole family situation, which, I mean, you guys saw a lot of my family today. I posted like a couple covers to Instagram stories, and a few of you guys have been like, play more songs, play more music, and it makes me super nervous. But in the fact that this vlog is just me just like opening up all of the things, so I'm just, why not? And since I was visiting my dad, I have nails on now, so like I haven't been able to play guitar. Since I was visiting my dad, we decided to give you guys the cover update, since it's been a while since him and I have played one. I don't know if I know all the words. I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see. Painting faces for the places I can't reach. You know that I could use somebody. Let me go higher. I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see. Painted faces, feel the places I can't smell of wine and cheap perfume. Oh mama, we could share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down and all of the shadows running in the night. Street lights, people, I actually used to post covers with my dad on my old YouTube channel, like my old second channel, so I'll link them down below if you guys want to watch them. Maybe we could actually work on like a full song cover, but okay. More questions. I'm gonna answer like 2 more and then I'll wrap this up because I know I've been talking a lot today. I genuinely feel like we've been hanging out all day. Like you guys literally came on my road trip with me to Kingston in a day. So Emma Kangas asks, why don't you ever do sponsorships on your YouTube or your Instagram? I do sponsorships on my YouTube and my Instagram. I just don't do a lot. If it's an authentic connection between a brand and my channel, then I will say yes. And if it's not, then I'll say no. And so I tend to say no to a lot. That said though, I've kind of come to the conclusion lately that when I wrote Catcher, like I had so much fun writing Catcher, and that was me putting my passion into something, and that is something that is like, it was just mine, and I got to like create it and I got to just write it, and it was just such a cool, fun process and such a different hobby of mine that when I released it, I realized that that could be something that would take the place of sponsorships for me. If it's like authentic and it matches and it just like makes sense, then I'm so open to it. Like if the energy feels right, if it's like something I can create with, then I'm so about it. But I also just doing things on the side that are more me, you know? Like, I don't know. I do sponsorships, it's just, I don't do a lot. So a lot of the other questions are like, how are you enjoying being single? How are you feeling alone? Do you miss your old boyfriend or any kind of male attention? I feel like I kind of answered this earlier, but I feel like you go through phases when you're single where you're really just in tune with being alone and you're in tune with just taking care of yourself, doing your thing. And then I think that there's another, there's actually way more than 2 phases. There's that phase, there's the phase of you that's just like kind of ready to get out there and ready to mingle and like have that kind of male attention. And then there's like that other phase of you that's just like kind of sad and just lays in bed and just doesn't know how she feels about being single. And you kind of just cycle through those phases when you are single. Like there's times where being single is great and it's super fun, and then there's times where you're just like, I really wish I could just be cuddled right now. In terms of enjoying it, I feel like everything has pros and cons. There's benefits that come to being single that I think once you finally do find the person you want to spend the rest of your life with are things that you miss. There's things like just being able to put your time and effort and energy into just focusing on kind of like your goals, or just even just knocking things off of your bucket list, or just kind of figuring out who you are, just having fun and traveling and just meeting people and experiencing what it's like to be like in your own flesh and to be in your own life and to be you. And I feel like that is something that, even though sometimes I'm like, yes, do I miss being cuddled? 100%. Do I miss like having that person that you can confide in, having that person that you're just like, even just having that person that you're watching like Netflix series with, where it's just like that, yeah, I feel like I'm always gonna miss that. I'm a coupley person. Like I've always been a relationship girl, and I feel like it stems from the fact that I love that kind of companionship, but at the same time, I feel like I will never let myself take for granted the moment that I have now to just kind of be me, and also just figure out kind of what that is or who that is, or not even figure it out, but just enjoy it, to just experience it, to know what it was like, so that once I am way down the line, eventually, hopefully, I would like to believe that I will find the person I'm gonna be with, and at that point I'll look back on these years and be happy that I spent them trying to live it up to the most, you know? I wouldn't want to think back and just see myself be sad over wanting to just be cuddled on a stressful day. Being single, it's a weird thing when you're a relationship person, but it's an oddly satisfying thing when you learn to appreciate it. Okay, so a lot of the other questions too are asking just about, are your parents split up? Like what happened with your family? Like blah, blah, blah. And I just realized that I totally skipped over that after showing you guys the covers, but I've kind of touched on it before that my family situation is a hard one. So my parents split up when I was in grade 12, and I talked about this in my Draw My Life video, but it was really just kind of shitty. Like it was one of those situations where you don't really have much control over what happens when your parents are splitting, and you're kind of just stuck experiencing stressful things in life. Like, it's weird because I have this odd ability that this is getting, wow, I'm getting very deep right now. I'm putting on my slippers for this. It's still a sore spot for me only because I don't know if I'll ever feel the closure that I need. I don't know if I'll ever not just be like, WTF just happened kind of thing, because it was for such a long time and it affected all of us in such different ways. And I have so much compassion and empathy for how hurt everybody in the situation was. My siblings, both of my parents, like everyone involved on both sides. Nobody ended up winning in that situation, and it sucked because being the children in that situation, it takes you a long time to kind of wrap your head around that, and it takes you a long time to wrap your head around the fact that your parents are human. Like, your parents, the things that your parents do highly affect who you are as an individual and what you grow up to be. And I love my parents. Put clothes on my back, that fed me, put a roof over my head, taught me some valuable lessons. Even just being able to like hang out with my dad and learn how to play guitar, and like he taught me how to tie my shoes and ride a bike, and that split of them and that animosity that they had towards each other. It took us some time to process that. Trying to split and to divide your world into 2 Christmases all of a sudden and 2 Thanksgivings, and trying to juggle your time, and every time you go to your hometown you have to see both sides, and then you have to see your friends as well, and it just, I'm like crawling, like my shoulders are like tensing up. This is an odd topic to just be so open about, just because I'm speaking online about it, you know? My family can watch this video, and I know that like people I know can watch this video, so it's just, that's the only reason why I get like, honestly, it's just the truth. That's my truth. And I feel like you guys got a good chunk of my truth today. I'm not gonna lie, that comment that said that I keep talking about how I want to get personal and then I don't, that criticism, that constructive criticism actually inspired today's entire video. But I'm glad it kind of inspired this video, because I do feel like we cracked open some shells today, and I feel like we're on a whole new level. So with that, I actually have to edit this video like now and get it up for you guys before I can actually pass out and go to sleep, and I'm exhausted. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and getting to see me finally sing. Oh, nervy. And I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. Adios.